All right, let's keep flowing. I am so excited to welcome the next speaker to the stage. I have been connected to this beautiful human being, man, I think for like a good 2.5 years now. She's been hanging out, around the purpose sphere, and now was the perfect time to just jump on in, birth her movement on the Purpose Pioneer stage. The work that she does is so complementary and aligned with what we do here. So I'm just so honored that she chose this stage to say, I'm going to put my stake in the ground here. I'm going to birth this movement. So let's bring Sierra to the stage, who is going to be speaking all around how to write the book that amplifies your authority.
Hello, my loves. I am so glad to be here. I actually just have to start by saying, oh my God, the right place, the right time, with the right people. Holy shit. Okay. I believe in a world where the stories that we carry are the books that will change the world. I believed that when I crafted it 2 weeks ago. I believe it even more right now on the back end of Brenda and Beck and hearing you all show up and share this, because I don't just believe in a world where I live there. I build it every damn day. And hearing you all speak makes this wave come through me. I believe it on my skin. I believe it in my heart. I believe it in my wavering voice. I'm the founder of Red Thread Publishing, and we are on a mission to support 10,000 women to become successful published authors and thought leaders. Like Alex said, this is where I belong, okay? This is where we all belong. Something more than an email invite brought us here. But I have to tell you, I absolutely did not believe any piece of that for the longest time. I wasn't living in the dream, I was living the anti-dream. I thought that to be successful, I had to bust my ass. I needed blood, sweat, tears, scars, PhDs, late nights. Some sort of addiction would probably, prove that I was working hard enough to count. And I thought, if I just gave everything I had, tried to change the whole world all by myself, maybe, just maybe I'd be worthy. But that approach, spoiler alert, I know you've got this already, it didn't work. It didn't work. I didn't feel worthy. I didn't feel like my voice counted. I didn't feel like I had anything to share or that I knew how. And I stayed quiet and I stayed in the sidelines. The few times that I was feeling reckless or brave and I tried something, I tried it and I failed and I scooted right back to the shadows. That was my 20s. That was my 30s. However, in the last 2 years, I went from having no sure sense of self, no books to my name. Today, I stand before you. Got a prop, just a second. Oh, I need to work out for this presentation. These babies, these are my babies. In the last 2 years, I have authored. I walked out of the room and my daughter was like, gosh, that's a lot of books. And I was like, yeah, it's a lot of books. I've authored 10 books in 2 years. My publishing company has put 14 other books out into the world, written by women, sharing women's voices, like each of you showing up and pouring your heart and your soul out on your sleeve. Because when we say it, we make it real, okay? But there's this like little wobbly place between 20 years of my adult life and 2 years of like getting so much shit done without losing my mind. And I want to talk to you about the moment that I realized I'd given all of my power to that story of how we get it done. It's been named here. It's been identified here. We've talked about it. Okay. I was playing the old game. I was playing a game that wasn't made for me. All right. And the moment that I realized that force and linear, just push, do more, if it's not working, try harder, that doesn't have to be the only way. I'm a really visual person, and so there's this image that blows me wide open. It's the visual representation of ikigai, this Japanese concept. Who knows ikigai? Give me some snaps if you know ikigai. Okay, it is the intersection visually of what you do for money, what you're good at, what you love, and what the world needs. It's this space in between. And that's why this purpose sphere is perfect, because this is what it's about, right? I'm in the right place and I know it. But I didn't find my ikigai. I didn't even know I deserved my ikigai until I saw that the masculine, the old way, the way that worked for a long time wasn't working for me, and it didn't have to. I started to see, and I started to begin to harness the potential of the balance between the masculine and the feminine. I love the masculine energy. I got masculine, I got feminine. Everybody has them both. This is not a genitalia thing. This is not a biological thing. This is an energetic thing. And when we know it and we can play into this space, we can create so much more with ease. Okay. I love the moon because it's in the sky every night, reminding me that I don't have to be the same every day. And that the moon and the seasons and our menstrual cycles are all reminders and invitations to show up, but we don't have to show up full moon, like happy summer solstice every damn day. We need our winter, we need our fall, we need our spring, and we go back again. And so in my writer circle, we talk about creating and telling our own stories in that way, cyclically, that it doesn't have to be hard. So with the 3 steps that we talk about, it's courage, the courage to like try it differently, look at the fear of doing something new and say, oh, that's actually new and exciting. Doesn't have to freak me out, I'm excited. The doubt can be more, there's some possibility in there. And the doubt means this is important. So it's new and it's important. It's not scary. We talk about community so much. And I love that proverb, Brenda, because damn, okay, we need one another. We need to be surrounded like this space with people who are doing it, who have done it, who have been there, who believe in us, so that we can show up at every phase of the process when we're shining, when we are face down, sobbing, no idea if we're ever going to make it up again. We need people around us all the time who believe in us. And we need to do the small things. This huge dream of 10,000 women becoming successful published authors, if I give myself a second to try to like do that today, I'm done. I am so done. But if I can show up and do the small things in my cyclical rhythm and rest when I need to rest and shine when I need to shine and everything in between, 10,000, baby, here we go. Let's do it. No problem. I want to guide you through one really brief exercise. We actually usually do this long. I'm going to do it real quick. I want you to close your eyes, put your hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Take a deep breath with me. You're going to close your eyes and you're going to feel your gift, your message just bursting out of you. Okay. And then you're going to become aware of every single person on the planet who needs that, who's aching for that, who needs your message right friggin' now. They're looking for it. They don't even know if it's out there. And coming from your belly, I want you to feel and see a red thread connecting you to each and every one of the people who is just waiting to find you. Hear your voice. Join your movement. Embody your message. And I need you to take 3 deep breaths and pull that close and hold that with you, like the fuel that it is to keep you showing up day after day. Okay, that is the red thread connecting you with your mission. It's not just a figment of your imagination. It's real. It's in existence. It's there. Okay. It's a ripple. We do not have to change the whole world. We just have to put our single drop into the pond and let the rest happen. So if you are ready to take your message, your voice, your vision for the future, and you want to figure out how to write it and publish it so that it has the impact that it can have without you having to talk to every single one of those people yourself. Find their email address, go knock on their door. No. I know you have a book in you. I know you probably have 3 or more, right? And it's actually that so many women show up and they're like, I'm struggling, I'm stuck. We map it out and it's like, of course you're stuck because this is 10 books. Let's write 1 and then we'll get to the rest. But I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you about your vision. I want to talk to you about your mission. I want to talk to you just because you're cool ass humans. Every single person here and every person who's spoken on the stage is so lit. I want more of that. We light each other up. So I want to talk to every single one of you. If you want to be one of the next 10,000 women to become successful published authors and thought leaders, I really, really want to talk to you. So the last thing I want to leave you with is something that I tell myself when I'm not sure if I can do this because it's so big, that the only way to fail, the absolute only way to fail is to stop now. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Let's give Sierra the biggest round of applause. Sierra, I just want to shout you out. Being a witness to your journey over the past 2 years, you really did go from the sidelines in the arena. I just feel this fire and this vibrance like I've never fucking felt before. Like you just brought the heat, sister. And now getting to hear, 8 chapters, right? 8 minutes, 8 chapters of your story and your movement. I'm like, oh my God, this makes total sense. Like, just because Sierra and I, we just like check in like maybe every 6 months and we voice message. So I'm like thinking back to voice messages. I'm like, oh yeah, I could hear the shift and the change in her voice. And just tying it to your talk, you talked about cycles and rhythms. Like that's your thing. That's like a part of your freaking code, sister. Like I love building, and we're going to hear about this from Jess tomorrow, building our own success code, our own growth code in alignment with our cycles and our rhythms, right? Like we all have a cycle, especially if we're thinking human design, we have ebbs and we have flows, and to really honor the cycles. People were loving this in the chat. You don't have to be summer solstice every time. You could be, it's dark and it's rainy out today. You can be that's okay, right? The cycles, the rhythm. So let's just give Sierra another big round of applause. We can feel your passion and your fire. And I love the unique angle that you bring to storytelling and writing your book, right? Like, this is what I'm saying, peeps. How many people are talking about writing books? How many people are talking about speaking on stage? So many, but all of us here, we bring such a unique angle. Right? Sierra's talking about this in a way that no one else is. Amy's talking about writing stories and books in a way that no one else is. There's room for all of us. There is a stage for all of us. All of our messages matter. And we all have our own unique